Yeah, this is vibes and stuff. Check it out.
We're diving in where the world collide. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Uncle Freezy vibing all night and all day. Big pizza, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is soul finger. DSJ always showing up as a soulful singer. Ron, Bully and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap Triborough.
It's vibes and stuff. Vibes and stuff.
Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Everything in between we care. It's not just talk, it's how we grow.
It's vibes and stuff.
Life's a rhythm, we all move.
Vibes and stuff.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rock. Uncle Freezy is in the building. Salute. Welcome to Echoes and Essence. Right? We had to change the name, so it's no longer vibes and stuff, but the joint is so fire, man. It's got to keep playing the joint, man. That vibes and stuff intro is so fire. Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. So yeah, salute everybody. Welcome to the joint. So we're gonna be here for a little bit, man. Talking about the culture. I'm moving some stuff around up here, everybody. All right, so I'm just moving some stuff up. I'm moving some stuff around up here, man. This desk is crazy. But anyways. So one of the topics I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'm gonna play some music later, right? I'm gonna play some music later, right? But one of the things I want to talk about is who controls the culture? Like, who's really in charge? Is there like the man in charge? Or is it the young generation? Like that generation of 13 to 25, do they drive the culture? Right? Are there gatekeepers out there like yours truly that control the culture, that's in charge of it? Is it a certain type of person? Is it gangsters? Do gangsters control the culture? Right? Do rich folks control the culture? Right? And so when I asked that question, salute to the R&B sensation, the original DSJ is in the building. Salute. What's good, boss?
What's going on? How you feeling?
Fat. That's what I'm feeling like, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling like, man. How about you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling vibey.
Oh. Yeah, man. I introduced a question to the chat like right before you got here, like who is in charge of the culture? I guess the question should be for you, since you just entered, is what is a culture?
I think culture is just modified traditions that continue to define a landscape Um, I think it basically boils down to the way that we live, the way that we approach life
Okay.
in totality, through the arts, through our media.
Right.
That's what culture is to me.
Right. So it's an amalgamation of traditions along with new things that we try and like.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So who tells us what to like and what not to like? Like who
Uh,
gatekeeps?
I,
Like who says no, Uncle Freezy, wearing Mitch Mac shoes is not a style.
well, that's a good question. I mean, I think it has to be a collection that doesn't want to acknowledge the other's existence. Um, the reason I say that is because I think young people say they basically are the gatekeepers of the culture, but I think they're too immature to understand what the culture is overall
Right.
because they don't have the appreciation of the past as opposed to where they assume that their way is has been the way. You know, I think the those before us, the elders, they feel like they control the culture because of the fact that they started it. But I think that they don't want to recognize that everything changes.
Okay.
So I think that it's a collect. I think it's a collective of people that don't want to acknowledge the other's existence overall.
Okay. Okay. How much does big business corporations impact that?
Um, I think they play a big part in it. For the fact that again, culture culture has value, and as long as they see value in culture, they will try to monetize that value.
Right. Right.
So I think
Okay.
big businesses have um adaptable influence, but overall they still need somebody who will spearhead um the decision to make it part of the conversation. So I think there's still a degree of you still need the youth and you still need the elders to collectively say what is and isn't acceptable in culture overall.
Right. Okay. That's difficult because what I parse from what you disseminated is there are big business is involved wherever there's money, right? If there are people itching to throw money away, big business is there to take it, even at
Absolutely.
even at the expense of the product, right? I think big business, from what you're saying to me, and this is the way that I receive it, not the way that you stated it, is big business would take a group that can't sing but that could sell, put all the money into that group because they know their investment is going to return a 25-fold return, as opposed to putting the same amount of resources in somebody with talent and get dollar for dollar. Dollar for dollar and 25 fold is not even a question, right? If every dollar I give, I get a dollar back, it's not even comparable to what I can get. Why put money? Why put money into silk when I could put that money into next? Is what I gather.
Right. Yeah. Basically, I think the element of you can reach more um with one set of people, one set of establishments in the culture than the other. And when it comes to the profit, I mean, the bottom line is that the number move is to make money for the shareholders.
Right. See, that
As
one
long
thing,
as
shareholders don't care about your culture, bro.
no,
If
they
you,
don't. But but they care about their profit, and I think because they care about the profit,
right.
when it relates to culture, they have to uh, at least showcase the illusion of caring.
Of course. Right. Of course. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it just boils down to that where okay, we see that it's a bad situation here. We're gonna actually act like we care about the culture overall.
But they don't
And
care.
what can we do to make this better? It really just means what can we do to make more money? You know what I mean?
That's what that means. Yeah, basically that's what that means. So does that mean the powers that be um control the culture then? Or or do the powers that be control a certain aspect of the culture?
I think they control a certain aspect of it because no matter what ideas big businesses have, the audience or the consumers still have to showcase the ability to want to be a part of what they're bringing. You know what I mean? Basically you have, you know what I'm saying? I have to be buying what you're selling.
Basically.
And because of that, yeah, I think that there's an aspect of, yeah, we're an influence in the culture, but we need your we need your dollars and we also need your approval in order for it to be a part of the culture.
Right. That's interesting because I think there is a certain element of that. And I also think there is a certain element of young people driving trends. Right. Now I know
Yeah.
that seems bizarre, right? Like young people driving trends, like they won't know the trend until they see the trend and the trend starts to pop. But I don't think that's the case. I think they create something, young people like it, right? Young people like it, and then they um, push that trend. You feel me? Like they legitimately drive the trend.
At
And
that time also
say it again.
once trends are also something that revolves. So at one time what was trendy was deemed as uncool,
Right.
and it becomes a revolving, like it becomes a cycle where something that was a fad will get out and come back.
Right. Right. Okay. Can you give an example?
In fashion, matter of fact, let's with hairstyles, right? So at one point, the high top fade was a thing.
Right. Yep. I feel you.
I want to say about early to mid '90s, that faded.
Right.
Turn around in the mid 2000s to 2010s. Here come the high top fades again.
Right.
Variations of it, but overall, like they still like they came back.
Right. Yep. Yep. Hey, I'm with you. You cooking, bro. I'm with you.
In terms of like fashion, there was at times like brands that were popping. For instance, I think Ralph Lauren is a classic in fashion, like it's a fashion staple in fashion.
Right.
But at one point, Polo Sport.
At one point, what? I'm sorry.
Um, After um, you know,
Your phone breaking up, bro.
other brands came in this place.
Can you hear me? DSJ's line breaking up. I think he might be using a device to be on. DSJ, if you can hear me, bro, your phone breaking up. So it broke all the way up. Man, there's two DSJs on the screen at once. Look at that, everybody.
I promise you that neither one of us is.
All right, there we go. There we are. There we are. So the last part, I missed the last part of your point because your audio was going in and out.
Okay. Okay. So I was speaking about um, alternative line of like Ralph Lauren's Polo and
Okay.
Polo Sport, and how I want to say, again by like the early 2000s, that started to fade out, and then in 2015, the boom comes back
Right.
of 90s era clothing. So you get the
Polo,
Tommy Hilfigers.
Polo went out of style.
Well, no, not Polo, but like Polo Sport. They're
Okay.
that specific
Now I was gonna
that
say,
specific line.
I grew up on the horse, bro.
Nah. Listen, Polo is a classic line overall, but like anything like in terms of like the signature lines, I think they, they'll take a hit.
Right.
But like Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, Polo Sport, like
Yeah. No,
those signature lines came back.
yeah. Hilfiger got corny for a minute, bro. HRM in the building. Yeah. Yeah. Polo Assassins. Yeah. Yo, that was hilarious, bro. Yo, a girl told my son one time, like, Yo, don't nobody wear polo acid no more. Polo acid, bro. Oh my god, bro. I'm like, yo, chicks will do the most, bro. Polo acid ain't in style no more.
But you know what's so funny though? If anybody controls the culture, I would say it'd be women,
Right.
because overall the biggest thing is what can we do to garner the attention or impress women,
Yeah.
and we'll utilize aspects of culture in order to do so.
Bro, polo acid, bro. Oh my
Yeah, that's crazy.
god. Yeah, that's OD right there, bro.
Showcase
Yo, polo acid. Yo, I'm still laughing to myself, bro. Polo acid? Oh my god, bro. Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
that poor girl. I hope she got the understanding that that's just an abbreviation and not the actual brand name. Because I'd hate for her to be walking around
Oh,
and saying that to everybody.
she knew. She knew, bro. It was funny, bro. She knew. Yo,
Okay, because
don't nobody wear don't nobody wear excuse me no a squeegee no more or something. She said, don't nobody wear no squeegee. Don't nobody wear no Apollo acid. Yo, she was going off, bro. But what we
that's
live,
funny.
but I live in the Carolinas, right? I live in the Carolinas, so styles that's here or styles that's there may not be styles that's here, right?
Right.
Like for instance, for try what's good, bro?
What's good? What up? DSJ, what up?
What up,
Yo,
Try? How you feeling, bro?
That Ain't Rap
Good.
Podcast is in the building. Salute.
What's good? What's
So
good, man?
yo, where the air horn at, bro? We got the air horn for that.
I
I
didn't
just listen. I just want Tribert to finally admit that he was rapping on the vibes and stuff intro. I'm convinced that's him.
That's
That's
not me.
I know he keep trying to deny and deflect, but that's just
No,
because he's a modest brother.
I'm not a good rapper like that.
he modest, bro. You know what I'm saying? He
No,
modest, man.
no.
So he.
I didn't even get a chance to go live tonight because I was on Instagram live arguing with people about Hulk Hogan for like 3 hours. So
What?
yeah, so, rest in peace of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You
Let
know
me
how
tell you
hey, you
something,
know
brother.
how they
I
co-sign
know.
that? Try you hey DSA, you know how I didn't co-sign that, right? He said
I
rest
know.
in peace, Hulk Hogan. I said,
Oh
I
my
know.
goodness.
It's crazy.
yo, salute the tribe, man. And Hulk Hogan resting somewhere.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm sure he ran into the Macho Man somewhere, and they're
Yeah.
having words right now as we speak.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
him, Hitler, and Hannibal Lecter, they probably all resting somewhere.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So hey, so Tron, we was having the conversation about who
Mm.
controls the culture, like who's really in charge of the culture, right?
Right.
Like who controls it? Is it the young people? Is it the old heads like myself? Right? Is it that middle group like y'all? Is it big business? Is it radio? Is it traditions? Is it legends and things like that? Is it the streets? Is it gangsters? Right? And so we're trying to figure out like put the piece of the puzzle together to figure out who it is that is in charge of the culture. And the reason why I ask is not because I decided to wear every piece of jewelry that I got in my house at one time. I didn't ask because of that,
Mm.
right? I'm up here looking like Mr. T, right?
Yeah.
It's because I'm trying to figure out how the culture can get in a pocket at times, and then
Yeah.
how the culture can be a runaway freight train. Like, yo, what the fuck is this motherfucker wearing? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Like,
We don't pity the fool though.
yeah, man. and I don't fly either. Right, right. Murder. But anyway, and I'm trying to figure out like how is it that the culture will allow SGA to wear the mini sports bra and the skirt to a game, like wear the mini sports bra in practice, and
Right.
then wear a skirt to the game, and then not question anything. But then as soon as the old heads say, "I'm not wearing a dress," Candace is like, "Yo, you racist, racist,"
Right.
because I don't want to wear a dress. What's the
I,
culture doing out here?
I think it's a little bit of everyone having a piece in it and control and wanting to control it and being influenced. The younger audience and generation, they have a pulse on what's hot and what's not, and the older generation feel like they have a pulse on what's hot and what's not, and I think it's everybody involved, and I think for the older heads have to realize that it's the younger heads' time, but at the same time, we have to be in position to mentor the young generation and always keep the culture in mind first and foremost, and not have them be out here wilding and doing things that don't represent or misrepresent us, in a bad light. And then the young heads have to understand that the OGs were here before them for a reason, and they've been through it all, and still going through it, and they can learn a lot from the OGs, and not have it be a disconnect between both sides, and I think once that happens, it'll be a lot smoother communication. I don't think there's that right now, especially when it comes to hip hop and what's considered fashion and what's considered who's considered the GOAT when it comes to an artist or best album of the year, whatever. And I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing the. I'm seeing a breakdown in communication with both young and old, and it has to be better. It has to be better for our culture, and the fashion. I don't know because like there's some fashion trends I see that's cool, and then there's others that a guy wearing a dress and like that's we didn't grow up doing that. Like you wasn't taught to wear a dress.
Right.
Unless you're like your sexual preference is one thing, and if they going that route, that's cool. But if you a straight man and you're wearing a dress, I just think that's something that's wrong with that look, and that shouldn't be. It's confusing if you're a straight man and you're rocking a skirt or a dress, and I just think there has to be some rules in place that this is not right, and you can't that can't be allowed in our culture, and it's just a breakdown in communication that I'm not seeing.
Okay.
I think the problem is that every generation wants to have a signature on the culture, and so they want to find ways to express themselves that makes them stand out, that makes them different from um, past generations. And in doing so, you're not really realizing the effect that you have in terms of what tradition is
So what is tradition?
because you're so busy trying to make your mark.
So what is
So I mean, in terms of like things that came before us, um, for instance, okay, well, for me as an R&B singer, right, as somebody that's involved in like that form of music, I grew up in the crooning, the approach to women being more subtle, um smooth, as opposed to the like today, it's more bold in your face. Um, it's it's abrasive and it's obvious, as opposed to trying to be mysterious. Um, leave room for um seduction and things of that nature.
So we're not sophisticated anymore.
Not necessarily. No, I don't. I think that there's an element where they would rather portray themselves to be more, I guess, on the savage side of things.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Um. Hmm. That's a lot to think about. What do you think, Trevor?
I agree. I just feel like the generation now is not open to learning their culture and not taking advice and wanting to blaze a trail in their own way. And our generation coming up was like that, but we still had OG that we listened to.
I think y'all are old. I think, DSJ, I think y'all old, bro, and I think y'all are missing some stuff. Like for instance, I think. What if I told y'all I think Boss Man D-Lo is the GOAT?
Who?
Don't do that, DSJ. You know who I'm talking about, bro. Don't disrespect that meaning like that, bro.
I think you need to stay away from. I think he needs to stay away from camera work.
Boss Man D-Lo, come on. Try. You heard
Uh,
that Boss Man D-Lo, bro?
No, no, who's that?
Try, don't do that, bro.
I don't, I don't know who that is.
See how
Who is he?
disrespectful this is?
I don't know him.
Like,
I'll tell you one thing. If you type in his name right now as a musician, it won't be his music that shows up.
come on, man.
So there's that. So I don't know if Boss Man, just like even now, like I don't know if For Extra is the guy that you want to bring up in today's culture and say he's a goat, because the first thing that'll happen is they'll talk about, yeah, but I can't really give him a hand.
Right.
Oh man, see, come on, man.
There won't be a round of applause for that one. Like it's I'm telling you, that's
See, see. Why can't we just give people like credit for being that right now? Like if I asked y'all when's the last time y'all heard Vic Mensa, what would y'all say? Or G Herbo?
I never listened to them.
last time I heard of Vic Mensa, he was on The Shy.
Yeah, I watched the shot. I know him from there.
Now, I ain't gonna act like I never heard his music. I'm just saying, as far as right now, I see where his lane has been the same thing, like with Joey Badass, where we recognize, okay, he's a gifted lyricist, but his shift has gone into another form of media.
Right.
Man,
But don't worry, because Vic Mensa has been replaced by JID.
I like JID. And I like the collective he's in, right?
Right.
I like J. Cole. I like all of them. The other two, what's the two brothers that rap? I keep forgetting their name. The duo.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they had a project came out in 2022. It's like I keep saying G Herbo. It's JID, those two cats, Ari Lennox, J. Cole. Oh, it was Ari Lennox. It was
Yeah,
J.
she left.
Cole and the two cats. I can't remember the other Dreamville artists, but just the way y'all sound, man, it sound like y'all not giving these young fellas a chance.
I like some new artists. I think there's a good crop of new artists that have potential to be great, but not all of them.
What about
I
Earl
think
Sweatshirt? You like him?
we gotta be. I feel like we gotta be more critical of what they come out with. Like you just can't let anything just come out and just say, oh well, this is a classic because of what label they on and who
Bro,
co-signed
I
it.
let Guru make like 8 albums, bro.
Guru was a legend. What you, there's no Guru in this album.
Come on, man.
We
Yo,
don't have a
I
Guru.
see you, HRM. I see you. I'm sorry, you were saying something about one of the
Guru,
rapper. I'm sorry.
yeah, Guru was a legend. Like he was great at what he did. You know, he didn't wait on Primo. Like he went off and did his own projects. And there's a hand for it. It's not everyone. There's some parts that I like and there's some that I don't like.
Y'all like Playboy Cardi?
No, not a fan.
DSA, you like Playboy? And DSA, we gonna omit this old man from the conversation, bro. You like
No, I'm not. I'm not necessarily a fan of him as a whole. Like there might be a couple of bops he got, but overall, like I wouldn't just sit there and say, yeah, I'm a fan of his music.
you like Lil Durk?
I like a couple of his songs, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Try you like Lil Durk?
You know, I don't know none of his songs. Nope. Anything with the name Little in it, I just stay away from.
What about some cream in the coffee? What about Jack Harlow?
No, I know who he is. I've seen him. He was in the White Man Can't Jump reboot, but I'm not a fan of his music like that. Like I like JID, like y'all mentioned, like JID was on the last Eminem album. I've heard some of his albums. I think he's promising in Corday, but it's it's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's really not a as far as like the young 20 something artists, like it's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the other artists that new art crop of artists are like more older than them. They're like they do the boom bap and they might sing a little bit. I like Doshi. I think Doshi is a nice young up and coming artist.
Okay. Okay.
Soul Finger, so Philippe Soul Finger.
Right.
I think it's hard because of the fact that I think a lot of the styles also have changed in terms of the way that people do music. That isn't like necessarily like ear catching. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of originality. There's not a lot of lyricism based in hip hop more than it is about um again being trendy. And as I've explained about trends come and go. So I think that the basis in hip hop being lyricism is missing. And so when it's missing, that formula is missing specifically, and everybody sounds the same, it's hard to gravitate towards any one artist. So when you have an artist like a Kendrick that comes back out, and I would consider him still in that space of being in like this generation, I think that people celebrate that immediately more than they would like listening to like again like a Boss Man D-Lo, um, uh,
Right.
two times finesse.
He gonna be the first.
Um, hey, listen, everybody can formulate their opinion. I certainly I won't co-sign or negate because I feel like um everybody should have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Now it's up to us to make sure that we're responsible with the voices, but overall, I think that everybody should at least have a chance to say something. but we also should owe it to ourselves to when somebody says something that we disagree with, that we also have the voice and the power to say, sit your ass down.
But some of the artists you can't even understand what they're saying. Like they're mumbling. It's like, what is that? That's not rap.
Yeah, that's the shift in the culture I was talking about, where again, like people want to express themselves in a different way. I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying like overall, I think people want to find ways to express themselves, and that's their way. And I think that with that being the situation, I think we just kind of have to navigate whether or not we can or can't rock with it.
I don't. I think I don't see the talent in mumbling. You know what I'm saying? Like rap was built off of metaphors and similes and wordplay and punchlines and even the art of battling. And when you have an artist that can be a part of a rap battle and then he turns around and sees other artists, what part of the game is that? What part of hip hop is
Uh,
that?
yeah, like I said, I think it's just a continuously evolving culture because it's still one of the newest cultures. Considering how much of traditional standard music was already established, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think about like every other genre of music, hip hop is the newest form. So there's no established rule to that one, as opposed to where like country, blues, jazz have been around for almost maybe 200 years, 300 years, 400 years. Hip hop just celebrated 50 years.
Yeah, but that's what the industry telling you. Hip hop ain't. That's what the industry say. They want a clear line, a delineation,
Mm-hmm.
right? But and I say this a lot, and I don't want to sound like a hip hop snob, but hip hop is our culture, and the music comes from our culture,
Right.
right?
And
Like
rap is a music form.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like this thing where people like every time I hear, yo, D.A. Kool Herc invented hip hop. That man did not invent, and hip hop wasn't. Think about what the story behind it. They're telling you that a bunch of 16 and 17-year olds got together on this one day and created a music genre, and nobody was there to make money off it. Nobody was there to monetize it. Like they want to sell us the dream. Like the dream is, man, yo, the vibe, everybody just came together. Nah, man, hip hop is our culture coming out of like that Vietnam era, like when our family members was coming home from the war and they was giving us like the army jackets and they combat boots and they was telling these things called war stories and all that stuff about, you know what I'm saying? And they took the music when it was in those other places, they heard all these different types of music and they brought that music home and we didn't understand all the music. All we knew is every now and then there'll be a certain part of the song that we would like, and we would just want to hear that certain part, and that part might only be 20 seconds. The song 7 minutes. There's a 20-second part. Ashley's Roach clip is an example, like of a song that's like 5 minutes, and you listening to it as an adult now. When now that you older, you might get it because, but when you young, you hear the Ashley's Roach, you be like, the fuck is this shit here? The fuck? What are they? Why are they dancing? This shit. What is it? When you 14 and you listening to Ashley's Roach clip, you like the fuck. This shit is. And then you hear the little breakdown part, bent, and you're like, oh, that's my shit right there. Okay, and just other stuff, man. Like as somebody that was there, like when hip hop started, right, and even with R&B, like hip hop, man, and yo, it's like hip hop is how we talk, how we walk, you know what I'm saying? How we appreciate certain stuff. Like food, the foods that we eat, like the little meal. Like if you not if you're not hip hop, you're not gonna know about four chicken wings and rice, a nickel bag to get nice. Right? You're not gonna know like these little nuance. You gotta be there. That's why it's like our culture, dog. It's how we talk to each other like mad slick to each other. You like hip hop, everybody in Triborough, when's the last time you met somebody that was super hip hop that didn't have a street name?
Like a couple weeks ago, actually,
Is,
like
is it rare? Is it rare or is
I
it
don't, no, I mean it's not real, it's what it is. Like I don't, not everybody like have a tag name.
when I was man, when everybody had a street name, bro, you couldn't say somebody government name out loud, bro.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like you say somebody
yeah,
government name out loud, bro. You trying to get me killed? You know what I'm saying?
right.
Saying my name was wrong with you. You don't know. You never know who listening. That's what it was
Yeah,
like
we
back in the day. You know.
we would never call Night Train Chauncey out loud.
Yeah. No. No.
Shout out to Dr. Dre and Ed Lover from Who's the Man.
Yeah. Right.
Chauncey. It's
Right.
Night Train. Night Train, fool.
Right, bro. You see, bro. Somebody say, "Yo, I saw Chiwa Ken. I saw him the other day." Who? You said that man name in public, man? Yeah. You feel me? Like these little, like the little, like it's like the little hip hop. It's like when you bought your sneakers from the store instead of wearing the factory laces. You know what I'm saying? You put your own kind of strings in there where they was like just a factory strings, a different color, or you put the jumbo strings in there, the fat shoe strings in there, or you laced them up a different way, whatever it was. You had to have your own, you had to bring originality to a thing. You couldn't be like everybody else. Now, like these small things and when it comes to hip hop, right? Like think about if yeah, yeah. Just say not to go off on a tangent, but I love hip hop.
Yeah.
That's why saying hip hop started in Queensbridge, saying stuff like that. That man can't live.
Right.
Little stuff, little hip hop, hip hop. So, yeah.
But it's like even like this the simple the elements of hip hop. These kids don't know. They don't know about breakdancing and graffiti and DJing. And those are things that you must know. Like if you're a part of this culture, like they must know that. They must know where it started from. Who was a DJ Cool Herc? Who was a Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five?
Mm.
Africa Bambaataa. Like they don't know these people. You know, like how could you want to have a debate about what's the best rap album in 2004 when you wasn't born in 2004? You was born after that. How
That's
could you debate with somebody about that?
that's a good point.
You know,
Especially when you listening with modern ears. Like when you talk about '94 and you
mm,
listen with modern ears, you're like, I appreciate the fact that you listening to the '94, yeah, but you had to be in that place in '94.
right,
Like, where were you in '94?
right.
Right?
It's not gonna hit different for somebody coming up now in 2025 compared to when somebody was actually there in '94 and these albums were coming out and they going to see these artists in concert.
Yeah,
It's
man.
not gonna have the same effect.
Yeah, man. And yeah, would y'all mind if I call y'all out, not to rock the boat, but kind of rock the boat a little bit?
Uh huh.
DSA, you mind if I call y'all out a little bit?
Hell yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is it's mad funny that when it comes to hip hop, y'all like no new artists, but when it comes to R&B, y'all like yes, new artists,
But
yes.
I still feel the same about R&B. Like I told you this before. Like I don't think R&B is the same. I don't feel. There's no feeling. There's no emotion. It's nothing is structured anymore. Everything is just let's get down to it. And
Wow,
even with R&B, just like hip hop, like there's only like a handful that I would care to listen to.
Well,
wow,
I think the reason that as far as like some people don't want to celebrate new hip hop artists is because so much of that element that they celebrated change. Triborough just made the mention of mumble rap, right? So we're not talking about lyricism anymore. We're talking about whether we can even hear you concisely enough.
hey
And I
man,
think there's an element of R&B that just doesn't. There's no way you can get away from either. You can sing or you can't.
I I agree with you 100% on that DSA, but where I part with you is I heard a dude say, "I am Steezo, not no zero. Just call me Steezo, the Fly Negro. It's my turn."
And you see how much that's celebrated.
Right.
Yeah,
I
bro,
mean, if
you went go to a party. Yo, I heard a dude say, "Yo, take off that EPMD and play Steezo, son. What's wrong with you?"
Wow.
I've never heard that.
I'm
Oh,
telling you,
he's a
bro.
good guy.
I was at Reggie birthday party, Reggie from down the street in Rocky Mount. And he was like, yo, take off that EPMD. Them dudes, man, you can't dance to that.
Wow.
That Steezo.
Crazy.
Bro,
Unfortunately, I wasn't at that party.
no, you
Yeah,
weren't.
me neither.
I wasn't at that party. I
Y'all
cannot relate.
y'all may not have even been born when Steezo came out, bro. Steezo
Wow.
came out like 88, something like that, man.
Yeah, I was around. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, I mean, because I was, I mean, because even the fact that you made a reference of it before. I was at parties where "Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See" comes on, and the DJ has to run it back 5 more times
Yeah.
because the audience just wouldn't get. They would not let him switch to another song. Put that back on.
Yeah.
It's like Wu-Tang. They want to hear it again and again and again. It's like, fam, how many times you want to
that
hear
had to
this
be
same record?
that had to be in Brooklyn.
It was.
Yeah, because I've been at parties. I was at a party in Virginia where they put that song on and the dance floor cleared out, and they didn't get back on the floor until the intro of another song came on, right? Boom, 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 and you like, and the girls are like, "Oh no, I gotta throw a drink in the trash. I done wasted my $8." They don't wasted $8, right? Because the DJ played back that ass up and they had to immediately get back on the floor. And I'm not, and listen, and I'm not saying this as I prefer one over the other, because I think both are great songs. And if I had to choose one over the other, I'm gonna choose Buster, right? I'm gonna choose Buster. But people have different tastes on what they, especially the girls. The girls are like, yeah,
Which goes back to a point I made earlier about how much females influence the culture as well.
you were right. I think you were right. I think you were spot on when you said that. But how much influence though?
Um, 40%.
Okay.
40%. We still want to act like we got a mind of our own. So we'll only give them. We're gonna give them a nice slice of the pie, but you can't have the whole pizza now.
And yeah, I think, I think you were right with 40%, and I think all the other factors split up that 60%,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Because whatever the girl, like for instance, there's a trend in our culture going around, like big ass eyelashes and unordinarily large alien-looking baby hair, right? It's a trend, right? And men don't like it, but the women do this. They do that anyway because they don't even care. They don't care how much it impress a man. They care about how much it impress other women, like dudes in cars. Like they don't care how much it impress women. Sometimes it's more about impressing other dudes, like status. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, King Ribby is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. So it's like, it's
Shout
like
out Ribby.
the big eyelash thing, bro. I can't stand it, bro. Bro, it legit make me want to vomit, bro.
Oh, those aren't wings, by the. I mean, those aren't lashes. Those are butterfly wings.
Yeah, pretty wings. Yes, that's what they are, bro. I can't do it, bro. I can't. Yo, even when the Bohemian Queen and who's in the other room, even when she get the thing and be doing the lashes with the I forget what you call the thing, the little thing. It looked like she about to hurt herself. But it's like I don't know what it is to do with your eyelashes, but it make your lashes look bigger or whatever. Even when she do that, I be like, hey, it's a limit to this now. You put them damn fences on your eyes. You walking home. I'm not. You ain't riding with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you put them big ceiling fans on your eyelids. Nah, man, I ain't. No, I can't. I can't. I just. But certain trends are certain trends.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like when dudes would DSA. You remember when the culture started wearing skateboard shoes? Remember the skateboarder shoes?
Yeah, I remember.
And you like, what the hell is this? Skateboard shoes now? Try for
Oh,
this. So he don't know what we talking about, but
Yes, I do. I wear Vans. Those are skateboard shoes.
Vans, Dunks.
Yeah, I wear Dunks. I just look at it like that was something that our people made cool to wear on the streets in the urban areas. Just like we did with Tommy Hill back in the '90s, or Nautica, or Perry Ellis, DKNY. We just made it
Timberlands.
cool to wear. Yeah, we just made it cool to wear skateboard shoes. And I actually skateboarded when I was younger. So, but there's people that never skateboarded, but they were rocking skateboards.
Did you rock the DCs?
No, I wanted to, but I could never really like find it at like the sneaker shops I went to. They didn't have my size.
Okay.
I'm legit starting to think that the Triborough Gigolo is a troll, like undercover.
I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. Like if I ever find pictures of me when I was like 10 or 11 with my skateboard, I will post that pic up for Throwback Thursday.
I just don't know where you can do a skateboard in East New York, bro.
Wait, I mean, in Crown Heights, like I literally was skateboarding up and down the sidewalk or in the streets, making sure cars don't hit me.
As soon as you said Crown
You
Heights,
know,
yeah.
yes, you know what I'm saying. So like we played stickball. Like stickball was like another game for us. Like when we couldn't afford a real baseball bat or a real baseball, like we played stickball with anything we could find, any tree branch and a tennis ball in the street.
Yeah.
Like even handball. Handball. All you needed was
Yeah.
a rubber ball and a
Yep.
wall.
Yep. You go to the park with it.
Yeah. Hey, Tron, let me ask you a question that's not related to the question. I
Uh,
just need an answer for this one. It's a Brooklyn question.
mhm.
Yo, why at Coney Island you got to pay for like everything? Like you can't just go and pay like one fare and just everybody charging like mad different prices, bro. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the mall. It's like
Yep.
Coney Island is like the mall of amusement area. Why is that?
I guess they just looking to make money. So it's like everything is expensive now. And then the neighborhood is changing. They're bringing establishments there. They're bringing a casino there very soon, and everything is being the real estate and the property is going up in value. So everything is they're charging for everything. All the rides that you go on, the food, the merchandise.
Bro, Coney Island is.
Hmm.
When last time you been to Coney? I hadn't been to
I,
Coney Island.
I was I was there last summer. I go every summer. I'm gonna be there on Saturday because they having a hip hop show there. So I
Oh,
go every summer.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's like if Great Adventure was ghetto and
Hmm.
everybody owned their own little spot. It's like no theme. It's like like no theme. It's just a whole bunch of everybody. Like this is my roller coaster.
Right.
What is that?
Yeah. I,
But anyway, so what's the best borough in Brooklyn? I mean, the
best
best
the
area
best
in Brooklyn, the best
the
area in
best
Brooklyn.
area. I mean, for me is Crown Heights, or Flatbush. Because I mean that's
Because
where.
Crown Heights is diverse now.
Yeah, it's very diverse. Like all my neighbors are white.
Right.
And that's something that we didn't see in the 80s and 90s here. Like we had our Hispanic neighbors, we had our black neighbors, but it's more diverse now. Again, like there's more establishments in the neighborhood that wasn't there before, and I think it makes the neighborhood better. I think all kids should grow up, with multi diverse friends, and not just have a certain race of friends, but you have your white friends, you have your Indian friends, you have your Latino friends, and I think that's really how kids should grow up with different understanding different cultures and races, and not just your own. And I think it makes for the neighborhood better.
I the first time I ever saw a real machete was in Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
Hmm.
And while that shouldn't be something be proud to say, it's just weird. Like I turn on the block and I see a dude running past me, I'm tempted to run, right? But then if they find out I'm from Jersey and I'm running, then the whole Brooklyn will be chasing me on my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm looking, and then there's a dude just screaming in some language I ain't never heard before. Like, what? Yo, with a machete, like, and it was a green machete. It wasn't even a blade.
Um,
Like it wasn't even like the stainless steel. It was like
it was dope.
yeah, like it was like a weird handle. Like the handle was
Yeah.
about as long as the blade, bro. You know what I'm saying? You like, yo, this is
Did he
crazy.
did he use like the Scotch tape to wrap up the handle?
It was like black tape. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
for that.
electrical tape. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was and it's strange that I remember that. It was because I was scared, bro.
Mm,
You should be. He's probably wanted in another country.
right.
Probably,
Like,
probably. I know the dude he was chasing was wanted that day
wow.
because he got that dude, bro. They'd have been like scraping it. But anyways, yeah, yeah,
The origin of Screwface.
for sure. So you think Crown Heights is the best area in
Well,
Brooklyn?
I mean, there's others. I didn't. I'm only saying my neighborhood. I'm saying Crown Heights and Flatbush because that's where I grew up. In those areas. But I mean, it's like all the areas are different now. Even Bushwick used to be once dangerous, and that's different now. And Bed-Stuy is different now, and even East New York, Brownsville, like that's a whole different neighborhood. And I went to school in that neighborhood, and seeing how drastically changed over the last couple of years.
To
You
my
know,
East New York?
yeah, I went to school in East New York. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to East New York, man. Shout out to East New York,
Hmm.
man,
And
for
I stayed there for like a couple of months. Like my godmother used to have a house in East New York, and I stayed there for a couple months, and just seeing the neighborhoods change over time is I think it's for the better. I know a lot of people don't care for the gentrification, but you know, if it brings better businesses and jobs and stuff to the community, then why not?
How somebody told me, somebody texted me and was like, "Yo, y'all don't never talk about Brownsville," and I was like, "Yo,
Hmm.
I don't never talk about Brownsville because I really don't have nothing
Yeah,
to say. Like I'm not from there. I don't know
right.
people from there,
Hmm.
and people that come on, people that be on the pen, they don't really just like Coney Island or
Right.
Canarsie or
Hmm.
Dumbo or Williamsburg or East Flatbush,
Right.
or it's like it's like these areas. People mainly talk about Bedford Stuyvesant,
Right.
Crown Heights, East New York, or yeah,
I mean, it was bad. Like East New York was bad for a long time, and I mean, going to school there as a young kid, and I saw my first dead body there. Like being in second grade and seeing a dead body, a crackhead get shot and killed, and then the ambulance comes and the cops is there and they throwing the white sheet over the body. Like that's something a second grader should never see.
yeah.
And I still remember it to this day. And it's like that neighborhood was bad. Like I almost got robbed out there too. So you know we had to like really watch our back as a youngster. Coming and going from school every day there. And the neighborhood has changed a lot over the last 20 years,
Is
and
it gentrified now?
yeah, it's gentrified. And like I said, like when other races move into your neighborhood, it's different. It feels different. They're different, and you realize that there's a certain element that's no longer around when these other cultures and ethnicities move into your neighborhood.
Okay.
And I've seen it. I've seen how it was when it was just all blacks, and how it is now with Caucasian families and Latino families and Indian and Korean, and it's a different vibe.
Wow.
You mean it's a different echo in essence?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, echo in essence done got gentrified,
Right,
everybody.
right.
So DSJ, what part of Brooklyn you from?
um, Initially, I was born in Coney Island and then moved to Flatbush.
Try, why you let me talk all that trash about Coney Island and the man is from there?
What you mean?
Hey, so DFC, if I offended you, man, my bad.
Nah, you fine. You fine. Don't worry about it. Dante's Inferno it was actually my ride, by the way. Yeah, I was a kid that collected money for that one.
Yeah,
Hey,
That was your
y'all want to
family.
jump on the scary ride? This is it right here for you. That was me.
right.
My family owned this ride right here. Yo, this
yeah,
oh,
yeah, my uncle runs a cyclone for 450. Can get you on there.
yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But you know, yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let me ask y'all. I want to ask y'all this thing real quick before we transition over and play some music. I think yo, do I have DSJ? Do I have your joint? I don't think I
Um, I assume so.
no sleep. I don't see no sleep till Brooklyn. I don't think I have it.
No, I know. I'm sure I've sent that one off before.
Now I have listening to your heart, Hood Goddess, and I have the Rush and Whenever You Want It and Eggs and I Love You. That's all I have here. And the Rush is like my favorite true music joint, by the way. I don't know. shout out to True Music wherever he at. Um, so I got to meet him in person. And so the first thing I did was went straight to the internet and told everybody he's not imaginary. He's a real person.
Right.
And I also got to see Quick Tempered, who is not imaginary, but he's a real person and is cool with that. He reminds Quick Tempered reminds me of the dude from Diggable Planets. You know,
because he's cool like that.
Butterfly.
Bum 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 bum. I get cool like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Not the main rapper, the other one.
Doodlebug.
I don't know his name, bro.
You got Doodlebug and you got Butterfly. But Butterfly was the one that was featured on the Camp Lo song that you like. The swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Butterfly. So Doodlebug is the other guy.
Doodlebug, that's the other one. Okay. Yeah, that's the other one.
All right, well, I guess check your email if you're looking for it. I just sent it.
Let me see. Let's see if I can.
But nobody wants to hear that song.
Yo, you need a publicist, bro.
They're just gonna pan it. They're gonna be like, "Hey, can we hear some of that Boss Man D-Lo, please? Can you get this out of here?"
So that boss, hey man, that dude gonna be okay. That man gonna be the GOAT, bro.
That man got to live down getting beat up in a club and getting his pants taken off of him. That's insane.
Yeah. Things happen, bro.
Yeah, but I've never seen anybody get beat up and the initial thing to do was to remove their garment and take their pants off. What are we doing?
Dudes be high, bro. You know. D'Angelo made a music video with no shirt on, bro. Are you high? D'Angelo legit. You remember D'Angelo? Remember D'Angelo made the music video he did the video with no shirt on, standing in place with no shirt on. How does it feel?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. What?
And yet every female will probably disagree with you and tell you to shut your mouth while he spins around in the circle.
Wow. He don't perform it. I heard he stopped performing the song.
Probably because he doesn't have the abs anymore, but that's all right. That's all right. All right.
He got tired of people telling him to take his shirt off. Take your shirt off.
That's why.
Hey, I have No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I didn't test it, but I'm gonna just give it a shot. If the audio is good, I'll let it play. If it's dicey on my end, I'll just trim it and then play something else. But this is No Sleep Till Brooklyn by Delano Steele.
There'll be no sleep till Brooklyn. We go there. There'll be no sleep till Brooklyn. And we can go all night. have to end. If you do my favor, there'll be no sleep till Brooklyn. We go, we can go. There'll be no sleep till Brooklyn, and we can go all night. Yes, we will. I'll go tonight to see you leave my faces. There'll be no sleep till Brooklyn, till Brooklyn, till Brooklyn, till
This producer,
Yeah.
he changed the beat.
Mhm.
I think True was trying to do another verse on this or something. Because my goodness,
I'm on the way home, girl. I've been waiting on this moment for a minute. Can't wait to be alone, girl. Tonight we're about to push it to the limit. I'm ready to go off. Let me take all your clothes off. Enjoy the view. Before we get to it, girl, I'll put on some music. What we came to do. Go from the floor, bed, stairs. There'll be no sleep till
but you ran it back.
No. Yeah.
There'll
Oh,
be
it
no
must be on.
sleep till Brooklyn, and we can talk all
I say,
night.
don't nobody want to hear this again. They're looking for the Ice JJ Fish record now.
It's,
No.
my bad. It was on loop, man. My bad. I just like the song, bro. Don't judge me, man.
You about the only one.
Yeah, you need a publicist, bro. Hey, try. Remember we was
Yeah.
talking about artists earlier, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like artists don't need haters. What do they need with haters when they have themselves, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to beat everybody else to the punch. Oh, we love it. No, you don't. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I like the song. I think it had a nice slow tempo and DSA vocals and the ad libbing in the background, the keys to it. I love it. I think that should be a single too.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
We would try. You know what I would do if I was managing this artist? You know what I would
Uh,
do
uh,
if I was managing this artist? Let's act like the artist ain't here.
mm,
So what I would do, right, is a couple things. Well, actually, it's like a list of 13 or 14 things.
mm,
Right. The first thing I would do is build up escrow. Right. And I don't
yeah,
care where I got the money for the escrow account from. Right. I don't care if I had to sell chicken dinners. I don't care if I had to lease a spot and then rent the spot. You know how you can lease a spot and then rent it out to others
Right.
to do like birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, office functions, whatever. Like I'm paying, say if I'm paying $1,000 a month, I'm charging everybody, $200 at least to rent the space. And I say these prices because I'm in South Carolina, right? And so to make up some money, like for this artist, and then at night on the weekend nights, I keep the stuff, keep it reserved for myself,
Mm.
right? And then I showcase the artist 3 nights out of the 4 weekends. If it's 5 weekends, then it'd be like 4 weekends out of however it fall, right?
Right.
Right. Leave one weekend open for me to, give another artist a chance to come in and pay us, right? And then create
Yeah.
so create escrow. My goal for the artist would be at the end of a 2-year window. I'm giving the artist a 2-year window. Like, bro, if we don't get this escrow thing to $250,000, I'll fire myself. Right? I'll quit or resign. Not quit, but I'll resign. That'll be the first thing I would do for this artist that already has established music and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Right? The other thing that I would do is upgrade all the technology. Right? What tech do they have? Right? If it's already standard, then cool. We can skip to the next step. Right? Step 3 is shopping, like jewelry, clothes, all these things, not just for the shows and performances for the shows, right? But for the social media impact,
Right.
right? Like, um, if this artist has cars and boats and what I know people with cars, fancy cars. I know people with boats, not fancy boats, but I know people with boats and stuff. But I
Mhm.
would like do some image stuff for the artists, like put this stuff on social media, right?
Right.
Also, what I would do is hire a social media team,
Right.
right? Social media team, and I'd be like, hey, artist, let's say artist A. I'd be like, hey, artist A, right? We're gonna pay a social media team, $800 a month to post your stuff on social media. That's a lot of money for a social media team,
Mhm.
but we got to pay it, right? We got to pay it because
Right.
we want the social media thing to be out there, right? The other thing I would do is incorporate the name so nobody can steal it or perform under that name,
Right.
right? Nobody can use the name at all, perform under it, or even mention it,
Right.
right? Unless we getting paid. Like you can't even say the artist name, right? And I want people out there to know, like if you say this person's name, we coming for you,
Right.
right? You know how the NFL is with Super Bowl, like
Mhm.
how you can't say Super Bowl, right?
Right.
It'd be like that with it. The other thing too is put money in the artist's pocket so the artist can feel like an artist, right? My goal would be to match what the artist's monthly paycheck is, and I would ask like, "Hey, artist, what do you make?" Right? And then what I do is that my goal would be to match that number, right? That
Right.
way, it'll give the artist incentive to be an artist. Like get to the point like how much would it take for the artist to walk away from a dependable job? Well, the common thinking is if the artist can make what he makes at his job by doing what he loves, then he would walk away. Now a greedy motherfucker would try to do both. And
Right.
you could tell. And it would show at work and it would show in their artistry,
Mhm.
right? The other thing I would do is get the artist on a big name feature, right?
Right.
Who can we get to feature with the artist that's affordable?
Mhm.
Like who can we get? What artist can we get for $10,000 to be on a song with artists?
Method Man. I'm sorry
I don't
that,
know.
that's a wish list thing, I guess.
Yeah, but you know me, my mama told me I better shop around. Like with me,
Right.
I'm not going to I'm not get for the person for artist A, it can't be another person that's an up and comer. right? Like I can't like for artist A, it can't be the Last Boy Scout, right? Y'all remember the Last Boy Scout,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Rampage.
Rampage.
Yeah, it can't be him. It's got to
Mm-hmm.
be Buster. You feel me?
Right.
Like if you can get the thing that I'm drawing, right? The other thing too is um, um, wardrobe. And then I don't know if I mentioned wardrobe or not,
Yeah, you
but,
mentioned that before.
but wardrobe is very important for the art. When the artist is seen, he got to look like a star. So you putting money into that, constantly just putting stuff in that now. And the wardrobe is an expense. It's a business expense. So you spend money on it and then you write it off afterwards, right? But it all goes back to the entity and not one person or the other. It goes back as a business expense.
But no hype beast. I refuse to wear platform Balenciagas.
Nah, we talking about artist A. We ain't talking about DSJ. We talking about artist A as an example. Like, because we know DSJ is gonna he's smooth. I'm talking about like the artist for this song. Like, I would legit take all those resources, like not just bread, but energy and effort, and put into all of that stuff. So like when artist A say leaves where he is and he goes to Atlanta to perform, so he can't stay at the O'Connell Lodge, right? He can't
Right.
stay there, right? Artist A has to stay at um, what's the hotel we stayed at in Atlanta during the y'all remember when the Knicks played the Hawks in the playoffs?
Yeah, I remember.
And we stayed downtown. It was like me, I can't remember. What was it? Me, Jay Boogie, Hoodie Cav, and it was like a nice. It was nice. They had a big chandelier sculpture type thing in the middle of the floor when you walk in. Like, wow, I got a crystal sculpture. But anyway, something like that, right? Like about $400 a night, something like that, where the artist can feel like an artist, right? The other thing too, the artist has to have a personal assistant. Like none of this going to like doing menial tasks like Wendy's, right? Now we ain't gonna do that. We'll have you ever heard the term runner? You know what a runner is?
Yeah, basically like a gopher.
You can't say gopher nowadays, bro. In this politically correct era, you gotta say personal assistant type.
I got
Right?
you.
That man said gopher.
Go for this. Go for that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I would do. But before I even step to this person to be like, yo, I'm gonna be your manager, what I would do is a presentation. Like, if we agree to me and artist A, if we agree to do such and such, you have to agree to certain stuff. Like certain stuff you gotta agree to in order for us to put this stuff in place, I gotta have certain things in place for you to promise that you're not going to do like this other stuff, right? And so with that, man, that's how I would try. That's how I would do it, artists, right? But the thing about that is that's how record companies used to want to do artists back in the day. But artists would take all that money in the resources that I mentioned and spend the money on jewelry, put jewelry running that, right? So when you
I need
see
that
them,
new Jesus piece with
yeah,
the diamond encrusted eyes
yeah,
and the emerald beard.
$80,000, and then in a year they complaining about money.
And, yeah, and also got to have the rubies in place of the blood from
Yeah,
the crown of thorns. So yeah, you listen. These things cost money. Tribro's my jeweler, so he knows.
Yeah, driver will hook you up, man, for $181,000. You can
Wow.
get about what you want.
Yeah.
Or you can do what what's the lady name? Oh my God, we talked to her at the Florence Fair. Melissa Morgan. We talked to her and Freddie Jackson at the Florence Fairground about this is like 2010, and I was like, I just asked like, how was your flight? You know, we just casual. They were like mad cool. They just standing out there, like just talking to people, like nothing, no security, no attitude, no nothing. And I was like, how was your flight? She's like, man, I ain't flying. I said, yeah, how's your flight? She's, I drove. You drove from New York to the Florence Fairgrounds? Yes. I was like, hey, I didn't even want to drive 40 minutes to Florence. And you drove from New York all the way here? Yep. I was like, why you drive? She's like, save money, keep these expenses down. That way I could take these shows for like, I can do a show for, I think she said I could do a show for like $7,500 and my expenses be low. And it's the same as somebody did a show for $30,000, had all the expenses, and they cut is $7,500. I was like, you know what? That's smart. Freddie Jackson too. They rolled together. I don't know if y'all noticed. You know, Freddie Jackson don't drive, right? Anybody knew that?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he don't drive. So he rolled. They rolled together. $7,500 a piece. Both of them made their money. And you like, y'all drove, and y'all stayed in the hotel. Yeah, we just stayed in the hotel. And y'all ate breakfast around real people. Yeah, don't nobody recognize us like that no more. So, okay, okay. This was like try hand to the man, bro. Hand to the true story. I would lay down on a stack of Hare Krishna Bibles, bro. True story. Like we just standing out there talking. She's like, yo, keep these expenses low. And then I thought about it. I'm like, all this time, all this stuff we learned in business school, they don't teach you like these things, like these minor things. It's like you learn about the GDP of a small African country and how corruption impacts such and such and such. And you could be learning life skills by just talking to an artist. Just crazy. But try if you manage the artist, what would you do? Would you do it differently?
I mean, if it's, I would
Yeah,
definitely,
right.
I would definitely put out like a EP first, like just to put out a teaser and put it out there and see what the fans think about it, and have the artist do some shows so that people get familiar
Right.
with that artist in person, and I'll definitely promote their stuff on social media, like whether it's IG or YouTube, and have them set up a YouTube channel so that they can vlog and they can upload clips of the studio or just a day in the life of this artist, and just let the fans get to know their personality and what they like and what they don't like, and
Right.
you know
Oh, definitely, bro. Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, man. I do tend to get fascinated with it at times, like the life of an artist, because I understand that because there are some artists here where I live, and I don't know if the artist I don't know what the artist struggle is like. All I know is artists where I live, they tend to struggle with like bullshit stuff, right? They tend to struggle with, yo, such and such don't want to pay me, man. I told him, man, I ain't gonna play this time. I ain't gonna perform for free. Like, yo, why you arguing with that man? What you gonna do? Shoot the club up? What you gonna do? Fight him?
Yes.
Nah, bro, we ain't gonna nah. Like with my artists, I'll be like, nope. Hey man, this is how the thing. This is how it worked. Like legit, we're not going on until such and such is met. Like there's got to be a 20% thing up front to let us know that you're serious. So if it's $1,000, $200 got to be for us to know that you're serious, right? And then after that, the other money got to be on the way, and we'll give you like, hey man, it's cool, 24 hours, whatever, I got you. But when that 24 hours is up, I'm not coming to fight you at the club, bro. I'm gonna fight you at the courthouse. I'm gonna fight you at the courthouse, and we got attorneys ready to sue you for your spot. Like either you're gonna pay this $800 or the damages from what my artist incurred by missing scheduled appointments, things like this to this artist, negatively impacting it. We just coming for your spot.
Right.
You're just gonna name your spot Uncle Freezy's. Right? This is the thing. Like, and you don't tell them that up front, but that's what you tell them in the hey man, our goal is this. This is what we want. And bro, and a lot of time either they'll try to settle with you after the fact, or they'll try to pay you that money with a little palm grease thing like, hey man, why you had to do that to me, bro? Like, nah, bro, you did this to yourself. All you had to do was pay that man that $800 on time and not talk shit about it.
Right.
Just pay that man. You said $1,000. You agreed to the terms. These are the terms. We both agreed. It's on paper right here, Your Honor. This is what we agreed to. Yeah. Now, with that said, now a lot of people are not going to want to deal with you because you get the man involved. But those are the type of people you don't want to be involved with anyway. Yeah, nah, man,
Right.
we gonna shake hands on it, bro. Nah, no, the fuck, no, hell no, we ain't. Let's shake hands on shit. We gonna go have you in front of the magistrate, bro. What's wrong with you?
Shake hands after shake hands after we go ahead and sign this paper.
Yeah, man. Gotta protect the artist because a lot of stuff what people don't realize is especially around here. I don't know if DSJ them kind of up where he at, right? But bro, the business will drive a lot of artists out of the business. It dampens their spirit to do the art because things be shady.
Yeah.
And I know y'all don't do like that and try where you at. I know things don't happen, but on the Chitlin circuit where I'm at,
Right.
I live on the Chitlin circuit, bro. And cats will play, especially if they think they can get away with it. What the hell you mean $800? What I mean? Okay. Welcome to Uncle Freezy's. This is what it is, bro. Yeah, man. You just gotta, yeah, man. Play no games not with my artists, bro. Your artists gotta have a sense that somebody have their back and they ain't gonna play no games. Like y'all ever seen the dude, the manager from Outkast? Y'all remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the big dude like bigger than me. The dude that they said Outkast said he fought the whole club one time by himself. That man got his ass whooped. But the first 7 to 8 dudes out on the stretcher. But the other 30 dudes stuck a mud hole in them. But Outkast saw this dude beat up like 7 dudes on their behalf and they kids. Remember, they kids, right? And these dudes like 17, 18, 19. They see dude go out there like, y'all gonna put your hands on who? And he just starts swinging on like 8 dudes. Right? And they standing there with the door cracked looking like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you gotta, and I'm not saying everything be violent like that, but some things be like that. Some things be like that, and then some things be intellectually like that. Like the intellectual bullying. Like we'll pay y'all when we feel like paying y'all. Nah. You're gonna pay us right now and like it, or pay us later and don't like it. I mean, what? So that's just where we at, dear. That's South Carolina, bro. How is it like y'all straight where y'all at, right?
No. We gotta pay for showcases. Thank God this one Utopia where I was performing at. Um, there's no payment required. It's just, you know what I'm saying, me hitting the stage and um, performing, you know what I'm saying, a 15-minute set. But a lot of times, like they'll charge artists to come out there and perform. And like I think it's criminal.
Right.
For at least for up and comers. Now I get it when you're talking about like, okay, somebody's established, you want to bring somebody to a venue, so their name is already ringing. So of course, you're gonna have a packed house.
Right.
But
But somebody established is not coming in anyway, though. Right. Like
right,
D'Angelo ain't going in there. And D'Angelo ain't had a song in 25 years. D'Angelo ain't going in those spots. And you know what I'm saying, you're gonna pay him. D'Angelo ain't doing that.
well, no, you're gonna pay him. You're gonna pay him. At this point, remember he's part of the business. So if he comes out, if he performs anywhere, he has an invoice.
Yeah.
I think what happens is a lot of times, and now again for the aspect of understanding, um, I get that these places, these venues, a lot of times they owe somebody, right?
Right.
Um, but I feel like if you're going to a club, an established club,
Right.
you're providing entertainment in place of the music that already exists because a DJ comes out there to get paid for
Yeah.
spinning records.
Yeah. That's all he do.
If
Record.
I'm replacing that element, shouldn't I get something for that? Shouldn't I get paid for that at least? And it doesn't have to be a substantial amount. It doesn't have to be what you pay the DJ, but I should get something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think what happens a lot of times is they're so focused on, well, I had to pay for the venue, I had to pay for um the bar, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, cover the door and all that stuff. So they're thinking from the aspect of the promotions are thinking from the aspect of their cover costs, what it costs for me to do all this stuff, instead of being in partnership with the clubs and club owners,
Right.
and maybe actually making somebody a star. But I also feel like the other part of it too is the artists have to take themselves seriously in terms of making the music that people want to hear overall.
Right.
The
Preach, brother.
music you play for the music you play for your block can't be the music you play for the entire club because the entire club ain't your block.
Yeah. Try. Every time you hear stuff like this, bro, don't it make you mad, bro?
And how so?
It make me frustrated in that
Mm,
these people just want to live their dream. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Just need a spot just to hone their craft.
right,
And the business, everybody in the business don't really understand how to like do business,
mm,
right? Like, yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
yeah,
It's wild. If I were the person with the venue,
mm,
like if I'm the from the venue's perspective, I understand you got to start off using somebody else's unless you have money already, and start off using somebody else's joint until you can go get your own spot. So I understand that, right? But man, I think you got to find a way to be creative though.
yeah,
Unless that spot is your part time, unless that spot is your hobby, or if it's part time, then nah, you just a labor of love, right? You just, as long as I don't go in the hole, I'm good. If we make some dollars, perfect. But as long as I go in, have a good time, don't go in the hole, I'm good. right?
Right.
Because if you start going in the hole, you can't do it no more. You gotta shut the door. Like, nah, I ain't gonna just go in the hole. Nah, that's crazy, right? But if it were me and I make, say for instance, we threw an event and we $77 to the good. I'm gonna go to all 5 of the acts that came out and be like, listen, all I made was $77, and I'll split it with y'all. We'll split the $77 6 ways, and I'll bust it out right there in front of them and give them all. We just split it 6 ways, and if they don't appreciate the gratitude, what I'm gonna do? Man, what the hell I'm gonna do with $13? Don't come back next week. We'll split the $70 5 ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got to be like a sense of let me help this person get to this level. At the same time, the artist got to have some. Hey man, make sure y'all tip y'all waitress, man. You know, services here is fantastic, man. Shout out to Earl and them, man, back there in the kitchen cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Little stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude introducing, man, hey, one of the biggest acts in the city. You know what I'm saying? They working on the EP right now. Man, put your hands together for, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be like this. It's got to be like this thing of can everybody win and not can one person win. Still, that makes sense? Or is that like pie in the sky?
It makes sense. I mean, I also think that too. The problem is where the club owners really don't have the vision for local artists like a promotion will.
Yeah.
And so the club owner's sole focus is on his club, on his establishment.
Right.
So he doesn't concern himself with the entertainment because his thing is, well, I got a DJ that I pay.
Right.
But
And
again, like I said,
probably got family members working the bar,
Mm-hmm.
right? Probably got some cheap security, like somebody they like, oh man, I can pay such and such $15 an hour to be here for 4 hours. $60. You pay security $60 to be there 4 hours. And then you want him to be there early, and then you want him to be there all on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah. So no, I feel you. I feel you with that. Yeah, man. Try every time I talk, every time I have the
Mm-hmm.
conversation with people around here,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "Oh, you think about getting a spot?" No, I'm not getting
Yes.
what I'm getting a spot for. What I'm gonna get a spot for? I don't need. I'm not an artist. Because the thing about it, if I get the spot and people change their mind, guess who's still paying for the spot?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
people be fickle, bro. Like say if like girls are catty. Women, like
Mm-hmm.
women, there's certain women that won't perform if somebody else performing. You got her performing. She good. That bitch. The music.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. If I were to do it though, and even though it would be an inconvenience for us, for me, I would probably do it on that 95 corridor, like um, Florence, Lumberton, Fayetteville, somewhere there where I know it's a lot of traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can catch through traffic. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Try. You ever thought about getting back in the game?
What you mean?
You ever thought about doing A&R?
I think it's different now because like when I was doing it, like the street team stuff was like they needed like a whole team to promote that artist, and this is like before MySpace and Facebook, and then it's like once that came into play, like the record labels got smart and they said, bro, we're gonna use Facebook and MySpace to our advantage for the artist. But then you had the artist that was on there themselves, and they were taking it upon themselves to promote their own music or their liquor or the movie they were starring in, and they were doing it on their own. So once the artist started using MySpace for themselves, that changed the whole thing because now you don't need it anymore. You don't need the record label.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But when we were doing it, like we were hitting up when the street team would go to like different hair salons and barbershops and any event that was out there and putting up posters and handing out stickers and flyers for the album. And then online, they have us, do the same thing. And we hitting up, different message boards and music groups, and hitting up the Yahoo, when Yahoo was a thing, the Yahoo groups and, Nike Talk and underground hip hop message boards and promoting that artist and what they were coming out with. Now I don't think the artist, everything the artist can do, like they don't need the record label.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a model out there that is untapped. I just don't have the bread for it.
Mhm.
Right. Because so here's my thing. Here's my motivation. Right. And I know it's gonna sound stupid, but do I drive a Mercedes and go by this Escalade that I'm looking at, or drive a Honda Civic to my place of business that has the potential to make money? I'm too big for a Honda Civic, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Do I take my personal earnings and put them into something that I can't guarantee will be successful, especially in the long term? No, hell no.
Yeah.
Right? Like, do I mortgage a house? Do I like take a second mortgage out on a house on a property and take like that? You don't want to take all the equity out, so you take that $40,000 out, and then you put that towards buying a spot, furnishing the spot, bringing it up to code, right? Buying furniture, stuff like that, buying club furniture, like all these things all these expenses you don't think about until you actually in it.
Right.
All these do bar stools and bar cups, new toilets in the bathroom, expanding the bathroom so that multiple people can use it, have it well lit, have certain area. Do you have all these different things? Camera systems, right? All these different
Right.
things that you will need to have in a club. Do you take that $40,000 and put towards all of that stuff, not knowing if you're going to succeed or not? Because if you fail, it's your failure. If you succeed, if it's everybody's success, right? And how I know this is because I've done stuff like that in the past, where you sit down, one person has an idea, it's not your idea. You know what I'm saying? You like, nah, bro, I'm good. He's like, nah, man, listen to Uncle Freezy, listen. And they talk to you about the idea, and I'm like, so what? Why are you telling me, man? I need help, bro, to get this thing off the ground. You need help on paper, or you need help from the bank? Man, everything money. Like, you want me to take? Wait a minute. I got my kids is my kids are at the time. My kids are like 11, 9, 7, 4, 4, 3, right? And you want me to take the money from them and be like, put in a club? Not just any club, Uncle Freezy. It's you go in there and you watch new movies, but it's like in a club setting, like a big projector out front. So it's like you watching a movie in a movie theater, but the movie theater is kind of like you at home. Like they be bringing you food to your table and you watching. I think the movie that was out when did Clint tell me about it? Clint, tell what was out? Um, I can't even remember. The Fast and the Furious might have been out. Something.
Mhm.
And so you telling me that they can go to a restaurant and watch a movie on a big screen? Yep. How much is this gonna cost? I don't know. Is it gonna work? I don't know. What about insurance? I don't know. So I did all the work all week, man. I went to multiple insurance agencies. Like, this is my idea. How much would it cost to insure? And what I learned is it's insuring on different levels because now you have business insurance, you have body insurance, property and casualty insurance, right? Then you have the insurance from the people that provide the movie. Like you got to pay a fee. Like I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but back then, in order for you to show movies, you had to pay a $100,000 licensing fee with United Artists. I think it's United Artists. That's the movie company, right?
Yeah.
The big thing that distribute movies,
Mhm.
right? So you had to pay a $100,000 fee with them every year. Every year, right? So you got to pay that, and they'll come in and they'll retrofit your joint and all this stuff, help you with the equipment. You still got to buy it, but you can finance the equipment, the screens,
Right.
projectors, all of that, right?
Mhm.
You got to make sure you have parking because you can't expect a big audience and have a little parking lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so so now you got to have a big parking lot, and then now you got to have like insurance for all this stuff. Now, not only are you buying a place or leasing a place, right, that's going to be retrofit and all this stuff, right? Now you got to protect it with insurance. And all of this stuff is before you stock up your kitchen. You only this is before stocking up your kitchen, before hiring employees. So this whole thing, like Clint told me in 2004, in 2004, Clint gave me the idea or brought the idea to me, and we ran numbers and all that stuff, and it kept coming up to $600,000 just to open the door. Right? So we start going to the banks and stuff, pitching the idea. And DSJ, when we start going to the bank pitching the idea, Clint wouldn't show up. So now it's just me. They're like, why am I going to the bank pitching this idea? How many people are? It's 12 of us. Well, are you the representative? I'm like,
Part of it.
they just made me the representative by default by not showing up. Right? And then you turn around and cancel the appointment because now it looked like you don't have your stuff together. Now, if I cancel, they're not going to see me again. Right? So it's like all these things that go into like this stuff. And then when it fail or fall apart, guess who left holding the bag? So what happened is we didn't get funding, right? We didn't get funding for any of that stuff. And guess what I got? A short paycheck because I was missing work doing all the research for this thing.
Yeah.
So for that reason and multiple other reasons, I say that when it comes to like the thought of it is great, the execution of it, who's going to be left holding the bag if things fall apart? That's
Understandable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in theory, you should be able to find a spot that's about 12,000 square feet, right? For your nightclub area, you probably need about 4,000 square feet, right? For your club area, your stage, your chairs, the bar, room for people to walk around, the bathrooms, your backstage area, all of that. You probably need maybe more than 4,000, maybe 5,000 square foot, right? But then you want your kitchen area and then your area. Your kitchen
Right.
area is going to be about 700 square foot. Where you
Mm.
stock your supplies. I mean, probably about 800 square foot. So all these things, bro.
Right.
You feel me? DSA, you see what I'm talking about, right?
I see exactly what you mean.
It's a
And
lot of
again, yeah, again, just to, for clarity, I mean, it's a lot that goes into owning a venue and establishing yourself under those circumstances. So it's not like it's a foregone conclusion, especially when you're talking to artists and promotional aspects of it. But I just think that at the end of the day, there's got to be a way to work in concert where everybody comes out on top. But I also feel like that requires sacrifice on both parties because nobody wants to take a loss, even in the short term.
no losses. Because all that stuff, DSA, all that stuff I described, right? I can't take any losses, especially up front, right?
Exactly.
Because the artist is going to show up and sing or do their artistry. But all the other stuff behind the scenes stuff, man, I did that, bro. I can't take no loss, right?
And the
And you,
sad part is, it don't even matter. Like, it don't matter what it doesn't matter what the artist shows up as, right? The artist could be drunk, belligerent,
right?
um, but as long as he's there, like he's gonna want his money.
Yep.
He could be listen, he could be flatter than pancakes on stage, singing wise. But he
Yeah.
showed up. He fulfilled his contract.
Yeah.
He could sound like Keith Sweat.
Ooh.
He could sound like Keith Sweat on stage, but he showed up. So he fulfilled his part of the contract. So I want my money.
Yeah.
The promoter's gonna want his money off gate. Like we're not even gonna play around with it. Like I don't even want to. Before these doors open, I need my envelope.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Now we ain't going. Nah, we ain't pay, like if this was me and Tromburrow spot, we ain't paying you. And no, we paying you with a bank transaction.
Right.
Yeah, you don't like banks. If you don't like paper trails, bro, sorry. He shorted me $50. No, I ain't shorting no $50. How about I slap the fuck out you and take that money? How about that? How about that? How about we throw these things? How about that? That's the thing I be wanting to avoid, man. Like the part of it, man. That part of it of that, like, nah, man. You know when you should, hey, transactions happen on Monday, bro. Like if it's a Saturday, and listen, you know you need money, and nah, bro. Hey, transactions, bro. Like this is how this thing go. We need paper trails, right? Because when we file our taxes and our expenses, we can't say I gave him money in an envelope. You feel me? That's how people
Right.
that's how people lose their spots. Ain't no paper trails. The tax man come take their spot. Or they wind up owing the IRS like, well, I owe the IRS $18,000. That's why. That's why, right? Because of this. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Like if you asking me would I love to be a nightclub owner? No, hell no. Would I love to be a restaurant owner? No, hell no. would I like to use those things in order to propel an artist to a certain thing so that they can have an evergreen effect? Yes, I would do in that case, right? Because the evergreen effect means if the artist is in a slump or in good times, they still get money.
That is a fact, though.
Yeah. Can you try? Can you imagine? Can you imagine going from like an artist that don't get paid anything? Maybe it's like a talent showcase or something, like not getting nothing, to every Monday morning based on how much the club made, or maybe that well Monday would be too soon for the artist. Maybe Wednesday after you
Mhm.
process stuff and pay bills and all that. Maybe every Wednesday or Thursday you get like a direct deposit somewhere between $400 and $4,000, depending
Right.
on how the spot performed. If I was an artist, I'd be like, hell yeah, sign me up. What?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I think people, yeah. Around here, people want the bag up front. Like they don't want to work for the bag like that. They want the bag up front. They want to walk out the spot with $1,300 in their hand. I don't know. Is that how it is in New York?
Yeah. I think it's like that. You mean like for artists?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have your starving artists and your artists that'll, work for what they got, and then you got your artists that feel like they already done made it. They're out of record deal. They feel like they entitled to, something. So
Well, I feel sorry for them, bro.
Try already got hits. He now waiting on that bread.
no,
Try got
yeah.
hits already. He
I
listen.
I
You
feel
know,
like the artists. I mean, I was telling Unc earlier, like I know artists that they don't want to work for a record deal or do talent shows enough or promote their music online. It's like, well, how would you expect to get a buzz or fan base if you're not promoting your music?
cause I'm nice like that. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know it. I know it. I know that
So
struggle, man. I do.
Yeah.
I used
Hey,
to. Mhm.
yeah, bro.
No, I was saying I had a friend like many years ago that was doing music and he wanted to get signed, and he would only do like one or two talent shows and that was it. Everything else, like he recorded and made songs every day and had like 600 songs in his hard drive and nobody heard it. Like only his close friends and not even his block heard it. I'm like, well, you have the internet, you have tools on the internet that you can upload your music and people can hear it. If you refuse to do it, I'm like, so what are you really doing it for? You doing it for the admiration from the females, or what are you really doing it? Why are you in it for?
You talking about Cully?
No, I'm
Oh,
talking about like this is a person that I personally know that was doing music for years, and he would say, he wants to buy his mom a big house and all that. I'm like, well, how are you gonna do that if nobody hears the music?
yeah.
If you're not out here doing talent shows and stuff, and some people just feel like they just too good for that.
I told a dude, right. So we did a thing. So I'm in a fraternal thing, right? Like um, I'm in a fraternity, like a fraternal thing, and we one year I ain't gonna tell the whole story. I don't want to give enough stuff away, but basically I know a guy at the beach that does seafood, and he said, "Hey, I'll supply y'all the seafood for free if y'all pay me $1,000 for the next 6 months." My man was like, "This motherfucker wants to pay him $6,000." But he was gonna do, bro. DSA, you ever had crab legs, bro? The king crab legs.
I have.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, are y'all a fan of crab legs?
No, I just
I
really
am.
started getting into like seafood and trying to work my way up from like salmon and fish to like lobster and stuff.
Okay. This
No,
man,
I'm a fan of it.
DSA, this man was like, "Hey, Uncle Freezy, man, I'll come through by. I'll hook you up. I'll say it's $8,000 worth of stuff, but you know I'm gonna hook you. You my man. Like, man, I know, and you my guy, bro. You just my dog. Like, you ever need me for come through for anything." So he was gonna give us $8,000 plus worth of seafood for an event, a party we was throwing, and he was gonna charge us $6,000, but we had to pay him $1,000 a month for 6 months. Don't you know these Negroes said no? He getting over.
Um,
I
Man,
think some people just lack vision. They lack the overall vision. Like they can't see the short term or long term.
bro, we had $10,000 worth of seafood, right, for our event. Now, mind you, this is a party. So we like, yo, everybody, we on the radio. Hey man, $20, come in. We got all the crab legs you want, all the shrimp you want, blah blah blah, boom boom boom, come in. Now, mind you, you know me, where I'm gonna make the money at is the bar. Like ain't no dollar beers tonight, bro. Beers is $3. $3, like what the fuck? Hey, hey, you eating crab legs? That's how they get you.
Right.
I can't stand y'all beige motherfucker. Right? Look, all the liquor prices up. You know me, like try. Y'all know me, right? You know I know exactly how many shots are in each liquor bottle. So bartender's not getting over on me. I already know. I already know how many shots come from such and such bottles, such as all of this stuff. I know this, right? Like you ain't gonna be hey, the bar only man. You ain't gonna pull a Vera on me, right? Because
right.
we will be in that back alley for real, right? Like you ain't gonna pull a quick and Vera on me, right? So I'm telling this is they like okay, Uncle Freezy, we decided not to do the crab legs. Tell your man we gonna pass, right? I was like, okay. Now mind you, think about what I just said. It's like okay.
Mm,
It's like, and we gonna have such and such do the bar for us. Okay. We gonna have my man DJ. All right, okay. What y'all need for me to do? Hey man, just come through, man. That night we all gonna be, whatever. Just help us run the spot, whatever. Try at the end of the night they counting money. You know how uh Smokey was counting money and he had to
mm,
turn the money over. He's like, and then you
yeah,
took it over like the money's short. Who had the door? Like
right.
so. About 3 weeks later, I took my idea and threw my own party. Me and my little brother, own party. Crab legs. Like we on the radio. Like, hey girl, we got crab legs Friday night. Tell your man come out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Great. And then y'all know me on the radio. I be like, I'm only speaking to the sexy bitches. If you ain't a sexy bitch, don't come. Right?
Right.
This is me talking on the radio talking trash. Right? You got, if you ain't sexy, don't show up. And like, if it's the dudes, I'm like, bro, if you ain't a pimp, stay your ass home. Right? This is me on the radio, right? And I'm like, yes, crab legs, shrimp. Y'all know how we do. My brother up there quiet as hell. He don't say nothing. my brother don't say nothing, right? He nervous. My brother's like, but what if people show up? That's the fuck. That's what we want.
Right.
So we throw the joint and we get a DJ out of Colombia, and he not like the global DJ producer / rapper dude. He a selector. come down. So like he like that.
Right.
Like he gonna play what the people want to hear. Like he ain't gonna try to break no records and nothing like that. He want to see people on the floor, right?
Mm.
So we throw the party, all the stuff. We make the money, right? DSJ, guess how much money we make?
How much?
$6,600.
Mm.
So we make $6,600. Me and my brother. After everything, we make $6,600. Bro, $6,600 in one night.
Right.
This is after everything paid, bro. This is after not the seafood now. Now you know I still got to pay that, right? So
Right.
$6,600. My brother, he nervous. He get in the car, go straight home. Pew! Right. So me, I get in it. I think back then I was driving like a Chrysler 300 or something. So I get in the car, go home, change clothes, and then meet everybody back at the try. I don't know if y'all have a place like this up there where you at, but I met everybody back at the Waffle House.
Right. Yeah, we got that.
Through. Y'all got that up there now?
Yeah.
What?
We got. I mean, it might not be like the Waffle House like in Cali and all that, but we got like spots like that we can go
That's
to.
a staple down here, my guy. That's a
Yeah.
So I meet everybody back at the Waffle House. Everybody, DSJ, everybody ordering like, let me get my Uncle Freezy. Can I get my hash brown smothered? Shit, I don't care how you get them. You can get them smothered, covered. I don't care. So I take the money home like to the thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know I'm gonna have to pay $500 a month for the next 6 months for the seafood. So you know me, I'm putting. Y'all already know how.
Mm-hmm.
So that night, man, I paid Waffle House. It's like $280 worth of food, bro. Bro, you ever got a $280? You ever got a bill so high from like a place you look like, is this shit right?
Oh.
A bill so high that you open your eyes wide like Benny the Snake Eyes from Harlem Nights.
Yeah, you looking at this like, is this shit right? Who the fuck ordered orange juice?
Wow.
That would definitely be me.
Yo. So not only did we make the money, you know what I'm saying? We not only did we make the money, but I got to take my people out and we got to cut up to about like 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. You know how you be so sleepy, your eyes be burning?
Yeah.
And so we out there just cutting up, just at the Waffle House, just keep ordering stuff, like the breakfast crowd coming in, and we just keep on, yeah, hey, let me get another coffee. All right, just those. So, and then when it came time, now this is the crazy part. It come time to pay my guy. My brother's like, yo, you agreed to do that. I didn't. I'm like, hey man, I will take your big ass outside right now. Right? You, when the food was there, you didn't turn down. You ain't say, no, I don't. You know how you have an agreement with your brother, and then after the fact, he trying to change his mind?
Right.
Oh, man, I will choke your big ass out in this way. DSJ, this dude wanted me to pay for the seafood, and he wanted to keep the $6,000.
Oh wow!
Now, mind you, remember when I said we was on the radio stations, like all the little radio stations around?
Yeah.
Remember I said all nervous? Like, what if they show up? We want them to show up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, he made the first 3 payments, but he didn't make the other payments because he's like, man, it's too much for this, man. When I put $6,600 in your hand, you ain't said shit. All you had to do was give me that $3,000 that night. You could have walked home with $3,600, and we wouldn't even be going through this.
Right.
Now I don't know about y'all, but $3,600 to me, is a lot of money. And in 2003
Mhm.
and 2003, man, $3,600 in 2003, bro. Shit. That was like tax money to me, bro.
Mhm.
You know how people get their tax refund or whatever?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, he paid, and then he like going to my mama like, man, he made me do it. I didn't want to do it. He told me, and I'm like, hey man, did you turn down the $6,600 when I put in your hand? No. But then now when it comes time to pay that man, you don't want to pay him. Man, them crab legs wasn't even that good. So DSA, that's why like when we talk about like the stuff like doing the that's why because I got burnt so many times. Like I paid my man out of my pocket. Like I wound up paying like $4,000. My brother wound up paying like 2,000. I paid like 4,000. Right. But I wound up paying 1,000 more than I should have been paying. Because a grown man made me a promise that he would and then he didn't.
Mhm.
Rest in
Right.
heaven. Red made my little brother, he rest in heaven. He passed away. Right. But that's why when it comes like to like the business stuff, like the things, I'm like, everything gonna be on paperwork, bro. Everything. Everything gonna be on paperwork, right? Everything. If you don't want to put it on paperwork, then we're not doing business. Because the nightclub scene is not for the most business integrity type people, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So yeah, man. And so I guess y'all saying, what does all that have to do with an artist?
Right.
Behind the scenes, man,
No,
doing all
I'm about to
the things.
say this. All this stuff that goes on. Yeah, it's all the stuff that goes on
Yeah,
behind closed doors.
yeah, yeah. My homeboy got a production studio, right? That he rent to this, like he'll rent out, and he's like, hey, only allow we have a certain type of insurance, right? And we book this thing in advance. Don't allow random people to come in here. Tell me who's
Right.
gonna be in here, and we're gonna write that down. And then he go there, and it's like 20 cars in the parking lot. He walking in, he's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, don't be coming in here trying to play me and my people. Like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. I will murk everybody in this building. Y'all want to get murked? People like, no, he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how try you know how like you buy the 1 day insurance, like you
Right.
call your agent to all you call your all say, hey, I'm gonna have such and such in the building from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. They're like,
Mhm.
okay, man, we'll charge $90. $90 for 12 hours worth of insurance. Yep. Okay. And you pay for it. And you get all
Mhm.
the names of the people that's supposed to be there. Like, and then you go there, and then there's a whole bunch of people in there acting like they own the place, and they ain't even on the 1 day, the 12-hour policy. And then if
Right.
something happened to them or your stuff, you are responsible, right? Because you got your regular, you of course you got your structure insurance, right? But
Mhm.
since it's a business, you got to have business protection. It's not like somebody walk in front of your house and they trip on your sidewalk and they sue your insurance for their medical bills. Nah, this is a business, right? You got the yeah, man, it's crazy. My man went in there. He said he's like Uncle Freezy. It had to be 35 people in there. My man said it was gonna be 4 people, right? He showed me. He go there. He hear the music. He go. It's like 20 cars outside. People standing outside smoking. The door is wide open for people to come in and out. They got the DSJ. They had the door propped open,
Oh, that's horrible.
Yep.
and you already know what kind of people. You already know. I'm not gonna talk trash about a certain race of people. I'm gonna just say they my people. You know, my people. They if there's a limit, they'll push it. If there's a line, they will. Yeah. And then I don't care about this building. No way. You charge me too much.
Right.
And you wanna bust a bottle of champagne across his head so bad, but you like doing
I
14
don't want to
months.
get sued.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't want to get sued.
yeah, right. Doing 14 months ain't worth this right here, bro. You know you ain't worth 14 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's a part of it, Chopper. That's where we at now. I can imagine in New York, oh, with dudes driving microwaves down the street. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love to hear what Ribby got to say about this.
Bro, yo, my man had a studio, just a little studio, bro. Ain't nothing crazy. Just what I'm saying, little studio, got the, what I'm saying, got your pad on the wall, got good mics, all this stuff, man. And all this stuff, and yeah. That DSA, that's what y'all go through too?
A lot of times, yeah, a lot of times.
Y'all
But
see.
also, like I said, I think the other part of it too is trying to find value in 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 our entertainment, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, the problem is that we got to pay to perform
Yeah.
in an overall setting. Now, again, like I said, I was fortunate to where I was requested.
Is it expensive though?
No, it's not expensive at all, but it
Mm.
can be rangy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a local venue could sit there and say, okay, can, you know what I'm saying, we'll charge you $25 to $50 to come out here and perform one song.
Right. Right.
The first thing you're thinking is, well, what does this do for me in terms of exposure? Because all I'm doing is singing in front of another bunch of artists that want to do what I'm doing right now.
Right.
And of
That
course, the other part of it is artistically, like you get an opportunity to hone your craft. You can, you know what I'm saying, work out your stage presence,
yeah.
things of that nature.
Yeah. No, man, I feel you. Bro, I just can't. Like, and not in that sense of I don't have the passion for it. I think I have too much of a passion for it in order to like just just do it. Right? Because I feel like good artists should be paid. But where does that revenue come from? Right?
Mm.
Does where does the revenue come from to sustain the business and then pay artists? Yeah, it's odd. Yeah, it's odd, man. So yeah, so you got an answer to that? Like where you generate the revenue from?
No, I don't. Just because of the fact that the artists and the business aspect of these things, when we're talking about clubs and venues and stuff like that, it's a different animal. Um, for one, overhead.
Right.
I think things like that have to be considered. But as an artist, that's not your concern because that's not your part of the business. Your
Right.
entertainment and entertainment alone. So you want to get paid strictly for the entertainment that you bring to the people. But you also have to consider, like, okay, I open this place up expecting a certain amount, and that's based on how many patrons come into the place. If that If that hasn't been exceeded or met, then you're short.
Right.
And because you're short, now everything else is going to fall short.
Yep.
So it's difficult because, again, and this is why for me, I always say, as an artist, it's hard not to try to learn the business side of things because you want to be as well informed as possible when you're making any decision to do anything, especially in terms of like showcasing talent.
Right.
But that's essentially where I'm at with it, though.
That's a man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I was an
Mm,
artist and just to hear all that stuff, man, I think
right.
I would be frustrated out of the business, man.
Yeah, it happens.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love it. I love for one, I love performing. So I've been doing and think about it, I've been doing it for free for years. You know what I'm saying? I've been if I'm singing in church, I ain't get paid for being in the choir.
Right. Man. See, yeah. That's a yep. Yeah. That's a this is it's a lot to go into it, man. I think it's it's not impossible to pull off, but you'd have to trim a lot of fat. Like there got to be a lot of hangers on that can't be around, bro. Like you legit have to get rid of um a lot of people that are down. You can't have them in the money, right? Now I know that's disrespectful, but like they can't be like JoJo. Like if like JoJo down, JoJo putting the word out, and like I be like, hey JoJo, my man, JoJo be like telling everybody, yo, DJ gonna be at Club Sensation Friday night. Now he so when JoJo get in the spot, JoJo gonna get in for free, and I'm gonna give JoJo 2 free drinks. Anything outside of that now. Hey, Uncle Freezy, JoJo said he feeling good, man. He want another drink. How many he had? Two? Nah, I'm sorry. And then here comes JoJo. Man, freeze that bitch. I can't drink. No, that's what it is. Man, the fuck you. Man, you got it for free and you got 2 drinks, bro. Like, that's $35. Man, I've been telling everybody about such and such. I know, and we appreciate you, dog. But I don't rhyme for free no matter how. Y'all remember the special ed line? I don't rhyme for free. I just said I collect my money in sets. One before the show, and again when I jet, because I'm gonna get mine and I'm gonna get more. Yeah. If you give everything away, who gonna pay? Because if JoJo can sit and drink all night, then here come Kev. Like, yo, Uncle Freezy, I was with JoJo. Why I gotta pay? Now you like Joe. Now you see what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, well, he wasn't with me.
Yeah, because we'll always find a way to include ourselves in something.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
like
there with him. So
yeah,
what? So what?
yeah, yeah.
And all you could have done was been in the parking lot and seen him. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh man, I'm about to go in here and handle some business. All right, man, I'll be out here.
Right.
Yeah, and so, but Kev, he do be with JoJo, but he don't talk. But if beef go down, like he get ready to body slam somebody, and he a little dude too. He ain't big. Kev might be. For those that don't know, Kev is like your family. That's like he don't never hold a job too long. He the one that he don't want to let people know that he got habits, but he drink. He look like a drinker. Yeah, you got cousins that look like drinkers,
Yeah, yeah.
like Kev, why you still wearing? Kev came to the cookout with a Michael Vick jersey on. Like Michael Vick ain't played for the Falcons in Not Matt Ryan, right? Not Matt Ryan. He ain't got a Matt Ryan jersey, bro. He got a Mike Vick Falcons jersey on, bro.
And it's not a throwback. It's not a Mitchell and Ness.
No, it's not. No, no, and it's the black one with the red and black, the under the arms and all that. You're like, Kev, what you doing with the Streetwalker jersey on, bro? Why you call me a Streetwalker in prison? Hey, you dress like one, man. I mean, what? So, but yeah, man. Yeah, so try. That's where I'm at, man. I got burnt too many times with stuff, and sometimes it's your own people. Sometimes it's your own people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That ever happened to you, Chuck?
I got burnt by my own people? Nah.
Oh,
I never been in that situation yet.
you must be a bully, bro. They must be scared.
I just
They must be scared of you, bro.
I just know who to just surround myself with, and my instincts tell me if they're good or if they're not so good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It'd be DSJ. It'd be your own people, bro. And then they'll talk shit about you.
Right.
Of course.
He gonna talk about if I'm gonna make money, I gotta work. Do you know? He know I got on my outfit. He know I don't like working when I put my outfit on. Yeah, hey, y'all remember when Averex first came out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
My cousin, we at the spot. My older cousin had a spot, little rinky dink joint, but it used to jump though. I mean, it was what's the name was out when because he had him come to the club. North Carolina, raise up, take your shirt
P.D.
off.
Pablo.
Yeah, so he had
Yeah.
P.D. Pablo and Mr. Flip and somebody else, right? In the spot, right? So he like, hey, Uncle Freezy, man, I just want you to stand by the door. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't working. You're like, nah, man, just everybody gonna put these shirts on. Everybody gonna put these shirts on, man. We just gonna be walking around. Like, no, I'm not worried, bro. No, I don't want people to think of me like I'm a bouncer, bro. I don't like that, right? People think because you big, you're a bouncer. Like, nah, man, you ain't gotta. All you, my cousin said, man, nah, man, you ain't no bouncer. Just if somebody act up, just throw the ass out the club. I'm like, dog, is that what bouncers do? Yeah, but bouncers get paid. Wait, you want me to be a bouncer and not get paid? Yes. No, I ain't.
Come on, look out for family.
Yeah, look out for. So you know how I looked out, ADSA. This is how I looked out for the family, right? Right. The club running a little late, whatever. All the spots will be closed depending on where you at. Like if you out in the country somewhere, you might not. The Waffle House might be 25 minutes away, right? At 2:00 in the morning. So what we did was, I bought like 4 boxes of leg quarters. You know what a leg quarter is?
Yeah.
So I bought like 4 boxes of leg quarters, right? And clean them myself. I cleaned the leg quarters myself. Season them, let them sit in the season. So this might have been Thursday. Bought them from Piggly Wiggly. Y'all know Piggly Wiggly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah. So go buy the leg quarters from Piggly Wiggly, and take the ice out, wash them. You get all the fat off them, season them, right? Let them sit. The rest of the night Thursday. It took me like 2 hours cleaning chicken, bro. 2 hours cleaning chicken, right? Season them up, season them real good, man. And when the club was letting out, like right before the club was letting out, I started frying leg quarters. Leg quarter sandwich is $2, right? Soda $1, right? They're like, man, I ain't paying no $2 for no leg quarter sandwich. But then when you realize people was and they was smoking, shit, like, hey man, Uncle Freeze, let me get 4 of them leg quarter boxes.
Yeah, I'm about to say, can I get 2 of them things?
Yo, I must have made, I think I might have made like $90 back off that, bro. Off of leg quarters, just selling leg quarters. And I'm talking about include like after you done, got your money back from the grease and the bread and the sodas, and the propane and all that. I think I cleared like $90, bro. I was so proud of myself, bro. $90 off leg quarters. And we ran out. And we ran out of leg quarters. I had to cut up potatoes. Bro was like, yo, what else y'all got? Y'all ain't cooking nothing else? Like, nah, man, I ain't got nothing. You're like, nah, man, y'all out of food. I'm like, motherfucker's hungry, bro. He's like, you ain't got nothing else? I was, look, I got some potatoes. He was like, yo, can you cut them up and fry them? Y'all got that red, y'all got that red salt? Red salt? What the fuck? DSA, you ever heard of red salt, bro?
I believe that's Lowry's.
And then he was like, yo, put some red salt on there, bro. And so we out there like selling Caesar fries. Like now all the potatoes go, what else you got? I'm like, bro, I'm going home, bro. It's 3:30 in the morning, bro. I gotta wait for this. I gotta let this grease cool down. I gotta pack all this stuff, man. I gotta go home. Like, man, what if we? Nah, bro, nah. Hey, we out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We're closed.
Yeah. Bro, you ever? Hey, Try. You ever heard of Roger Woods?
Yeah.
Roger Woods sausages.
Yeah.
I know DSA from Coney Island, so you probably never heard of them. But down here, man, we'll split that Roger Wood and put them on a grill, bro, and sell them for $1, bro. They can't get enough. They'll stand by. I seen a dude eat a whole pack of Roger Woods just waiting for them to come off the grill.
Wow.
Do you know how many Roger Woods come in, bro?
Like,
I'm
like
like, huh?
It's like 5 or 6 in the pack.
Yeah, and I'm charging them $1, like $1 per. He's like, hey man, I don't give a shit about no $1, man. Oh damn.
No.
But anyway, that's just part of that hustling spirit, man. I know y'all know about that, man. Like that grind spirit, man. About you just energy and Pat. Like if you want to do something, you can. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can achieve it if you put that energy and effort into it. Like if you want to make money, there's money to be made, right? If you have a dream that you can chase that dream, you can do it, right? It's just about what type of hustle you want to put into it. So,
right.
Yeah, man. What else y'all got, bro?
I'm nothing really. Unless you was about to play some music.
I wanted to, man, but let me see. Yeah, I want to. We got 5 people watching on YouTube, so we got 5 people on YouTube and 27 on X. Wow. You think True Music would mind if we played The Rush?
I don't think so.
You think he mind?
Nah, not at all. Okay. I don't mind. I'm on the song. So.
Oh yeah.
I ain't ready to release just yet. Tryna hold it in like it's a contraceptive. Muscle in your body, we don't need this yet. This sex is pressure. Turn it up, see it in your face expression. Tryna make it last till the morning breakfast. And I know damn well how much I really need to slide, but I like the way it feel way more. We just vibing, hope the neighbors hear us singing next door. How we vibe when we beside each other. Deep dive in the pool, that's how we do when we beside each other. You just ride with me when you ride on me. Vaccine, I'm not checking through the episode. Hard to contain myself in your love. I'm drowning in the moment. It's hard to keep composure. This feeling that I'm feeling comes in waves like tide from the ocean. I'm open, you're soaking, I'm kissing, you're moaning, you're gripping, I'm holding. It's a full moon and we're both consumed by the passion. Slow jam tunes and body action. The body's flowing and we're splashing. You arrive, no holding back, we're not going back. Still active, you're a cooperative captive. Yours was tangy and speed. Now I'm feeling unseen.
I ain't ready to release just yet. Tryna hold it in like it's a contraceptive. Lost all in your body, we don't need this yet. This sex is pressure. Turn it up, see it in your face expression. Tryna make it last to the morning breakfast. And I know damn well how much I really need to slide, but I like the way you feel way more. We just vibing, hope the neighbors hear us singing next
How
door.
we vibe when we beside each other. Deep dive in a pool. That's how we do when we beside each other. Take this ride with me when you ride on me. Backseat of my jeans when you episode.
And even if this ain't love, girl, we in love. Don't see any other way it can end up. I can see us if forever like a picture. You know I'm down, hope forever ain't an issue. I'm just trying to calm down and enjoy you. But this the first time I'm feeling all you. Deep down, finna drown in your water. Look now, think a towel is in order. Not yet though, no interruptions. Kissing and loving, ticking time, bombing in seconds from buzzing. I'm trying to hold it, I'm seconds from folding. I keep on stroking, you keep on ready to release just yet. Tryna hold it in like it's a contraceptive. Muscle in your body, we don't need this yet. This sex is pressure. Turn it up, see it in your face expression. Tryna make it last to the morning breakfast. And I know damn well how much I really need to slide, but I like the way you feel way more. We just vibing, hope the neighbors hear us singing next
How
door.
we vibe when we beside each other. Deep dive in a pool. That's how we do when we beside each other. Take this ride with me when you ride on me. Backseat of my Jeep is where your episode.
All I'm gonna say is that's not the Osley Brothers.
Oh boy.
That's not the Osley Brothers, everybody. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Hey, well, gents, I gotta get on the phones at 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna get out of here, man. Thank y'all for coming through and hanging out, man, with me. So I
No problem.
appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all patience while I was telling them long ass stories. But my story is true. I'm not Fat Joe. I ain't gonna sit up here and tell lies on the internet. Yeah, my story is the absolute 100% true, bro. So, man, thank y'all for hanging out with us. Try, you got anything coming up?
Yes. Unfortunately I didn't do the live for the last 2 nights, and you know I didn't see people dying, so that got in the way. But I'm gonna definitely go live next week, and I'm getting into like gameplay. I got a Twitch account. I'm gonna like be putting up like some gameplay stuff from like my Xbox One and like 2K, my 2K25 gameplay and stuff like that. So I want to get into like the gameplay stuff on my channel.
Okay.
But I'll definitely will be going live next week though.
So, what do you play on Xbox One?
As far as like for sports or just anything.
Anything.
I play well, Madden, of course, Madden 2K25, WWE 2K25, and Gears of War, Call of Duty, just different like role playing games, RPG games, and sports games.
Maybe that's a topic that we could talk about up here, man.
Yeah,
Like
that would
being
be
a
good.
gamer. So,
Definitely.
DS, so you got anything coming up?
Me personally, not at the moment, but Quick Tempered will be performing in Charlotte August 1st. I'll be in Kinston August 15th for a Welcome to Kinston showcase. Yeah, that's Only things that I got lined up right now.
That's dope. How far that man? That's like 2 hours, 2 hours away.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, because that's on the other side of Raleigh, out by uh not Greenville. That's out by Wilson, in that Wilson
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, um, so I'll probably do vibes and stuff tomorrow night, tomorrow and Saturday. Play some music. I really want to talk about Heavy D and LL Cool J and their places in hip hop. Um, also, want to talk about fashion and how fashion and sophistication may have gone off the rails, but it may not have. It may be hidden in plain sight. Saturday, um, what I was thinking about doing is queuing up this a movie, a cult classic named Juice, and just watching it with everybody. And then that way, we can like look at Juice, bring back the memories. I was thinking about some trash ass movie like either Juice or Jason. TSJ, TSJ, come on, man, don't do that, bro. No,
Wow.
TSJ just laughing. TSJ is so disrespectful, bro.
Oh my God.
I wasn't expecting. I
Right?
was not expecting that, so it caught me off guard like Kobe. I mean, what do you want me to do?
But I'm thinking about either everybody. I'm thinking about DSJ making us laugh, bro. But either Juice or Jason's lyrics, some movie like that, like how we think the movie was great, and then when we go back and watch it, be like, ew, was this
Wow.
that great? But I was thinking about I wanted to do a movie, but I don't know if I want to do a bad one first or a great one first. Um, my heart is telling me to do Boys in the Hood. To me, it's probably one of the greatest um, urban movies ever made
Mm,
because of the underlying storylines. But I
right.
really want to do Juice.
Get that out the way first.
Hey,
Okay, so I have a question for you. If you were ranking movies right now in terms of urban cinema, what do you place higher, Boys in the Hood or Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
so to me, Boys in the Hood is a better movie. Um, Do the Right Thing is probably it never loses its relevance, right?
Mm.
It never loses its relevance. Like I love Spike Lee. I love Spike Lee movies. I'm a proponent. Um, um, so conscious. It says, yeah, yes, we are definitely allowed to do that. Maybe we can do that in the next time we get together and rock. But for sure, we'll. So how about we do this? We'll continue parts of the conversation tomorrow, right?
Contest Ross, you better come up on this panel.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah. So, um, you know who that is?
No, but considering that it's a nice conversation piece,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm figuring, hey, listen, you can't ask the question and just slide out the classroom. You better come in here and participate.
right,
Right.
right. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So that's what the schedule looks like for the next couple of days, everybody. Triborough usually goes live on Instagram on the weekends. Are you gonna do a
No,
live?
on I don't go live on the weekends like that. I used to do it with Reg, like when if we had something to talk about, it'd be like Saturday, not Saturday, like Sunday night. But we don't got nothing planned this weekend, so
Okay,
yeah, I'll go live on Wednesday. Wednesday night is like the time slot for me. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m.
okay,
You know,
okay. So we'll see how the schedule plays out. Um, but we definitely wanna rock and put some stuff out there. Um, I hadn't talked to the other members of Echoes and Essence. But for all my people on X, man, yeah, hit that follow. But if you're new here, man, consider subscribing to the channel. And we're gonna do the best we can to put out quality content for everybody. On that note, man, we're gonna get out of here. Peace, everybody.
Yeah. This is vibes and stuff. Check it out.
We're diving in where the world collide. Culture's gone into crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Uncle Freezy vibing all night and all day. Big pizza, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is soul finger. DSJ always showing up as a soulful singer. Ron, Bully and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap Triborough.